The deeper you go, the better the game gets. Just one of the many reasons it's the best Dragon Ball Z game ever. Dragon Ball Z Budokai. Go deeper. Rated T for teen.
Dragon Ball Z Budokai, one of the first Dragon Ball Z games released on the PS2 and later on the GameCube. It was first released in Europe, and then US, and then Japan. And you ask yourself, why this game is not released in Japan first? Because normally anime type of games or any game made in Japan usually get released in Japan first, but there's a reason why it wasn't. And I can say, at least from my theory of playing this game, is that Japan already experienced Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z already finished. They had multiple games on the Super Nintendo and other console before that. And this seemed like they was trying to cater to a worldwide audience outside Japan with this game, because you can definitely tell by the quality of the game. And that's not saying the game is bad at all, but you can tell this was for people who are new to Dragon Ball Z, because this game covered from the Sand Saga through the Cell Saga, and they don't cover the Buu Saga because by that time the anime hadn't been catch up worldwide yet to the Buu Saga, so that's why it's half a stopping point to the Cell Saga. And one interesting note about the game is that the game was developed by Dimps, the same company who made the Sonic Advance series. That's an interesting note to actually find out that, these are the same people who made this Sonic Advance series on the GBA, which I also play a lot when I had my GBA at the time. Before I talk more about Dragon Ball Z Budokai, I need everyone to watch this opening first, and I want to hear everyone's opinion about it. Yeah, I know what y'all thinking. This opening is really bad. Most of the anime in the 90s used different music for that particular anime, and Dragon Ball Z was no exception for this. Unfortunately, the opening music we have isn't synchronized properly, so it can be a bit jarring listening to the music where it will repeat itself. The only difference between us from the Western audience and Japan and other areas is that they actually use the Japanese music, is what I know about this. But if you like the opening, please let me know. If you don't, please let me know as well. As you saw in the opening, this game uses 3D models, and at the time this was a mind-blowing for us in the early 2000s. It was many kids' first Dragon Ball Z experience on console, which also include me as well. Let me tell you, if you had a PS2 at that time, you most likely had this game with no memory card, which I can tell you, memory card was hard to come by, and they were either sold out or too expensive. So for my first time experience, I played the game without a memory card, which is doable, but trying to get all the characters can be a bit difficult, but it is possible. So that was my personal experience with at least no memory card for the game. So I want everyone to see this great artwork for this game for the menu option. This is at the time where they actually put effort making the menu top class. As you see, if you see all the images I show you now, it's like it looked like it coming from the manga, and they actually put effort to have something unique with the menu. And this is one of the first things you see when you start this game up. With the character selection, you have Goku, Vegeta, and because this is like one of the first Dragon Ball Z games on the PS2, they don't have multiple versions of these two. It wasn't a thing at the time, so they are just Goku and Vegeta. Then you have Frieza, and then you have Gohan, which you do got multiple versions because you got different versions of Gohan. You got Teen, Young Age, and Great Sandman. Teenage is probably the best one on this game. I just got a personal preference, but he is. And then you got Piccolo, Tien, Krillin, Android 18, Android 17, Cell, Raditz, Nappa, Trunks. We know who this guy is. Dodoria, Android 16, Android 19, Zarbon, Ginyu, Raccoon, and the man self, Hercule. Now, keep in mind, for us in the Western audience, we had to have Hercule censor. I mean, Mr. Satan censor in Dragon Ball because, Mr. Satan mean devil over there or demon or something like that. It's just they couldn't have that being shown on television, that on cable television, Mr. Satan. But anyways, he's Hercule for us here. And that's pretty much all for the characters here. So it's a pretty good selection, and for first time game coming out with 3D with a 3D fight arena. And then you have the stages: the Grassland, Hyperbolic Time Chamber, Rock Mountain, Islands, the Kami Lookout, Cell Games Ring, Planet Namek, and Valley Plains. And one thing I gotta say, just to clear this up, I don't know what with these games. They have more variety of stuff. Yes, this is like the first game coming out on the PS2, but you have many stages with different choices. Unlike Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which I don't want to crap on the game, but yes, the stage was lacking. It was pretty much duplicate stages for Sparkling Zero. But this game, you got different environments you can be in. Don't understand why they couldn't do that in Sparkling Zero. But anyway, I'll go stop from there because I don't want to go no tangent with Sparkling Zero. I hope DLC does it right. That's the only thing I can say. So we're going to talk about the story. The game have 3 arcs, which is the Sand Saga, Frieza Saga, and the Cell Saga. This is a bit rare for most anime games to include an actual cutscene in the story mode, which I wouldn't blame them if they didn't include it, because they could have just went with the standard route of normal text box and voiceover, but they went an extra mile and actually deliver good content. The story start off with an episode title screen and the narrator Kyle Herbert, who also voiced Adult Gohan, explaining the episode situation, which I'm going to show here.
Brother Reddit, Goku finds himself in the other world. Taking King Yema's advice, Goku travels the long road of Snake Way in search of the ruler of the other world, King Kai.
There, that's it. That's the planet King Yema was talking about. King Kai?
After the appropriate introduction, Goku found himself training on King Kai's planet. 6 months later, the Saiyans finally arrive on Earth and begin their dreaded attack.
I can't wait to see Kakarot's face when he sees that his son has been smashed into tiny pieces! Huh?
The Nimbus Cloud?
What? Goku!
Goku's quiet fury.
One thing I can tell you, the cutscene does not hold back from what appears on the anime. Take a look at this scene as well.
This is it. I'll finish him. Special Beast Cannon!
You got me!
I mean, they actually show Goku and Raditz' gruesome injury from the Special Being Cannon, and then you have Trunks as well.
I promise you this isn't over.
This game does its best to recreate those scenes, and they did a fantastic job with it. with the hardware they had at the time, which was the PS2 when it was first coming out. One of the coolest things that a lot of Dragon Ball Z games do is that they have what-if stories. There are at least 3 what-if stories in this particular game, and they all based on the main villain of each saga. The first one of all, Vegeta killing Goku, being pissed off that he had to kill Nappa and blame Goku for it apparently. Because Goku get killed, he also goes through a gauntlet match of killing Krillin and then killing Gohan. I'm gonna let this video play to demonstrate how pissed off Vegeta was.
You fool! You think I can't hear you back there? Sneaky. That's what I like about you. Hey, come on, join me.
No way, forget it! I'd have to be crazy. You'd just kill me like you did your last partner.
I gave Nappa Noble Warrior's death. It was what he deserved. He was a Saiyan!
I thought this was the funniest moment of this web story with Vegeta. He got triggered to turn Super Saiyan because he was pissed off Nappa was dead, which the same person he killed. You can't make this up. Then you have Frieza, a web story where he basically kills everyone. And I'm gonna let this video play to demonstrate.
Huh? What's this? Could it be? I wish you to grant me eternal life!
As you wish.
I'm born this part of the universe. I might as well spend my time wisely and destroy the Earthling's precious little blue planet.
This one doesn't make too much sense because Purunga only can understand Namekian, and he only can grant wish if you speak in the Namekian language. So it doesn't make sense of him getting his wish, but it is funny though. Yeah, he got his wish of immortality, and then he just said like, "Oh, since I'm the most powerful one in the universe, go kill." He went to Earth, and I guess he's going to basically torture people at Earth because everyone's dead. Namek, crazy. And then you have Cell, which I thought this one was pretty funny too. Essentially, is a web story of Cell try to get Android 18, and Krillin, because Krillin the man he is, he jumped in and basically got scooped up by Cell, and Cell apparently got weaker because he absorbed Krillin, which I'm gonna let you watch this video and see what I mean.
Sorry, 18. Your time is up.
Not yet.
Look out!
No, not you! What are you doing? No! That freak is gonna pay for what he did to Krillin! I swear, if it's the last thing I do!
He lost too much power. Yamcha, it's time to go.
A cold-blooded assassin.
I'll take care of this by myself.
Well now, You seem confident.
Of course I am.
I'm not gonna let some punk like you walk all over me!
Just wait till you get a taste of the legendary Wolf Fang's fist!
Give me a break! You can't take Yamcha to fight me all by himself! It's just not fair!
Not so fast!
What? What is that?
It's my Tri-Beam!
I guess 10 days is just too long to wait for the tournament.
And yes, very funny that out of all people, Yamcha is ready to fight. Out of all people, ready to fight. And apparently, you just have to beat Yamcha. And once you do that, Cell wake up from a bad dream. That actually very creative writing. I actually like that one. Very good web story. Can't complain on that one. Even though you can't use the character though, which would be even more fun to do. That character you can't use in game, unfortunately, other than the actual story mode. Now, as expected in this 3D fighting game where you punch, kick, and blow shit up, the fighting system will be easy to learn, and will just take you a few attempts to learn the fighting mechanic. Even playing Budokai today, it's easy to play, and you'll be throwing death ball in no time. Some characters like Goku, Trunks, Vegeta have transformations that make you do more damage to your opponent, and one interesting note is that characters like Frieza and Cell de-transform, which is weird when you like playing as Cell. He's fully perfect Cell, and you can hear this voice here. He's like, I guess something with budget for our English dub. They decided to use the perfect Cell voice for all his forms, which is weird, but I don't know. Same with Frieza, he just transformed, which is something he don't do either, but that's just part of the game. And then if you do ultimate attacks, some ultimate attack like the Death Ball Frieza does, or even Perfect Cell, they can blow up the planet. Dragon Ball Z Budokai have a unique custom system for your characters where you use capsule to set certain moveset and transformation for your character that you can get from story mode or buy from Mr. Popo. Buying from the capsule shop is pretty much a gacha system because the capsule shop have a unique system where you can trade with other users using memory card, which is a cool feature, but I never had done this before because memory cards was either sold out or expensive for everyone to even do this feature. And anyways, many different customization you can do, from having Cell using a Spirit Bomb and Vegeta using Big Bang Attack, which can cause the planet to blow up. The only downside with the capsules is that the space is limited for transformation. Character for Goku, for example, will require multiple Kaioken to be able to even use Super Saiyan, and you only have a few space left for moves like Kamehameha. And getting the capsule can be a pain in the ass because of the gacha system, which I still haven't got Super Saiyan 2 Gohan yet, and I probably still won't get them even by the end of this video. Now, with the music, don't worry, it's not like the opening you heard earlier in the video. The game music is composed by the legendary Kenji Yamamoto, who composes the music for the Budokai games, and were really good at it that they removed it from the Budokai HD collection. Nah, I'm just kidding. But they did remove it because Mr. Yamamoto stole the music. But he had good taste though, because it made the game so much enjoyable to play. And I'm going to play a few music from the game and then play music similar to the other artists. Now take a listen. Now, listening to the music of the game, you can see why everyone enjoyed the game when it came out. Other than Mr. Yamamoto plagiarism, I might make a video about it in the future if there are demand for it. Now we're going to talk about the game modes. The first one is dual mode, which you can play a 2-player match against CPU or another player if you have another PS2 controller. After you have unlocked all the characters, you have 23 characters you can use and several stages you can choose from, which put Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero to shame. Hopefully future DLC fix that issue. Now you have the World Tournament where you can earn Zennies to buy more capsules from Mr. Popo shop. There are 3 difficulties for the tournament that can be time consuming, especially adapt in advance. The tournament rules are basically either you KO or knock out your opponent from the ring. I'm known to try to go for the knockout because sometimes these computer opponents can be difficult to beat, and the easiest solution is to just knock them out the ring. And once you beat the tournament, you receive Zenny based on the difficulty level you have done. And doing the highest level is not easy. I have to use a few save states, but the payout is big. So you essentially can get, like, I believe 50,000 Zenny, and that's a lot to use for the capsule shop. So definitely use them up. And then you have the Legend of Hercule. Keep in mind, it's the Western area. We couldn't have the Legend of Mr. Satan because of the censorship. But anyways, this mode is based on arcade mode. Essentially, you play as Hercule, who is fighting all the characters in Cell games, with Cell being the final boss. I never beat this game mode personally when I first got the game, so I had to use some save state when I was playing it today in this turn. But I definitely struggled with this mode, but I beat it. It was a struggle using a lot of save state. And I'm going to show you the ending mode if anybody interested to see it. If not, just please skip the video.
He did it! He's won! Ladies and gentlemen, the Earth is saved! Look, he's waving to us. It appears he's calling us over. So, let's try to get a few words from the world-famous hero himself.
The way of Hercule. It's the only way for a true tough-as-nails warrior. And there's only one way to get it. Right here! In a limited edition of 100 copies, personally signed by yours truly. So order now, because when they're gone, they're gone. Yeah.
And right there, there's really not too much point in this mode other than mostly bragging rights. I didn't get any money or anything, just a score. So it's an okay mode, but don't take it too seriously. And that's pretty much it for all the game modes on this game. So everybody wants to know. It's literally called Dragon Ball Z for a reason. Where's the Dragon Balls? I'm gonna tell you. I got the Dragon Balls a long time ago when I had this game. Now, me trying to play it now, I would love to do it and love to get Dragon Ball myself, but it's not easy to do. I've played this game multiple times, and it is possible to get them, but it's extremely difficult and really not worth your time once you find out what you get from it. And you can get the Dragon Ball by either going to Mr. Popo shop, and this is randomly generated. Either you can do the random option where you can just get random capsules until you get the actual Dragon Ball for 3,000 Zennies, or 2, you can like keep like Xing out and going back in until you see the recommendation of capsule, and sometimes it will show the Dragon Ball you can buy for 8,000 Zenny. That's another way to do it. And the next way you can do it, you can play story mode until it pops up, which is probably not the best way to do it, but it is possible. Now, because I couldn't do it, I'm going to show you a video of someone else doing this, and trust me, it's pretty cool to see, but it's not worth doing. And so I'm gonna show you this video.
Show yourself, Shenron!
Those who have collected 7 Dragon Balls, I shall give you one of these things you want. Your wish is granted. Farewell.
Now, since you saw the video, you're asking like, what is Breakthrough? Well, and what I found, and now I remember, Breakthrough is basically a cheat code for your character. Essentially, you'll basically get all the moves and all the transformation, regardless of limitation. It's just you can't use any other capsule that you want to use, like accessories or whatever, because Breakthrough fill up the whole capsule. But you pretty much get all the transformation moveset of that character, and that's pretty much it. There's nothing else you get by doing that wish. So yeah, that's basically it for that part, and that's why I say it's not 100% worth it unless you really want to get a cheat code for your character. That's about it. Now we get at the end of the video, so I want to know your opinion about Dragon Ball Z Budokai and what was your experience with the game. And if you can, please leave a like, because it really helped my channel, and I want to kind of expand my channel with more classic games that people play in the past, including me. And please also subscribe if you really do like the video. If you don't, it's fine if you dislike it, but please, if you do, just leave a like. And thank you for watching.